We're making a creamy chicken and wild rice soup without using heavy cream. We're blending a few hidden vegetables to make a creamy broth and then adding Greek yogurt for a rich, protein-boosted finish. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla. If you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below. And that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to make this really easy and delicious soup, it helps to have all of your ingredients prepped before you start. So I diced 1 yellow zucchini, half of a yellow onion, you could also use white, 3 medium carrots, 2 stalks of celery, and about 4 or 5 ounces of mushrooms. And then I chopped up 5 cloves of garlic, and I zested 1 lemon, which is about 1 to 2 tablespoons of zest. Now for the chicken stock, you could use any variety that you like. I love using the better than bouillon because it's really easy to store in the fridge, and then you can just mix it up with some water when you need it. So in my blender, I added 4 cups of hot water, and then you only need 1 teaspoon of bouillon for every cup of water. So I'm just gonna add about a good heaping tablespoon. And then I've also measured out 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt that we're gonna stir in at the very end. Now for the rice, you have lots of options. I like to use a wild rice blend because then you get some of the dark rice as well as some white rice, and I just think it's really delicious and it doesn't take as long to cook. And then for extra tender chicken and to help it cook through quickly, I like to pound it out first so it's roughly an even thickness. And I'm just gonna pound out the thicker part of this chicken breast. Pull them out and just lay them right on top of the bag. And then we want to season them with some salt and a little pepper. And I like to also add some garlic powder. Then we'll flip these over and repeat on the other side. Now most soup recipes are gonna have you just boil the chicken, but you get way more flavor if you'll pan-sear it first. And you get to incorporate all those chicken bits into the soup. And then another tip to make sure you don't have soggy rice in your soup is to cook the rice separately, because then you can just add the soup at the very end, or if you're gonna store this for leftovers, you can store the soup and the rice separately in your fridge. Then you just add them back together in a bowl, warm it up, and then you have nice firm rice with your soup. You could certainly just add the rice to the soup and boil it all together if you know you're not gonna have leftovers. Well, now that we have all our ingredients prepped, we're ready to start making our soup. So the first thing we wanna do is start our rice. So I've just taken 1 1/4 cups of hot water and then about a heaping teaspoon of my chicken bouillon and stirred that in. We'll just add that to our pot here. And then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of some light olive oil and half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'll just put on the lid and bring this to a boil. And then for our soup, we're gonna use a sturdy pot, or you could use a Dutch oven. I love using my hex-clad pans. So I'm just brought it over high heat, and then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of butter. Next, we'll drop in half of our onion and our yellow squash, season with a little salt, and then give those a good stir so they're all coated in the butter. And then we're just gonna let these cook for about 4 or 5 minutes or until they're nice and soft. We'll stir it a few times in between. And now that our water has come to a rapid boil, we're going to add in 3/4 a cup of our wild rice. Give that a good stir. And then we're gonna put on our lid, turn the heat to low, and then we're just gonna let that go for about 15 minutes or until we can see all the water has been incorporated. So that can just hang out while we're making our soup. And then to help our vegetables cook through a little faster, go ahead and put on a lid. And then I'm just stirring these vegetables about every minute just to make sure they cook evenly. Well, our vegetables are looking nice and soft, and I can tell that those zucchinis are almost completely cooked through. So we know it only has about a minute or 2 left. So go ahead and add all our cloves of garlic, give that a good stir, and then we'll just let this cook for about another minute or 2 until the garlic is bloomed. And your nose will let you know when it does. I can see the garlic is just starting to get a little toasty on the bottom, and I can certainly smell it. So these vegetables are done. Now you could leave these chunky in the soup, but we're gonna blend this into our broth, which is gonna make it extra creamy and it's going to camouflage these vegetables. So we want to remove them all from our pan. I'm just gonna put them into a bowl. Now we can take our blender and just add the vegetables right to it. And then I'll just take this over to the base and then blend it until smooth. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of light olive oil to my pan. And then we can lay in our chicken. I'll let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes till it's nice and brown, and then we can flip it over. And here's our chicken broth and vegetables that have been blended smooth, and we can just set this aside. So it's been about 4 minutes. We can go ahead and flip over our chicken, and that color equals flavor. It's gonna be so delicious. Browns on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and just add in my mushrooms and just let those start to wilt around the edges. And then our 15-minute timer just went off for the rice, so go ahead and take a look at it. And it looks like it has incorporated all of our liquid. So I'll just turn off the heat and I'll leave a lid on it. And then we just move that to a back burner. Now I'll just keep moving these mushrooms while that chicken continues to brown on the bottom. Now that our chicken is nice and brown on the bottom, I'll go ahead and just take them out for a minute and put them onto a plate. And now we want to deglaze our pan so we get all those nice bits off the bottom. So I'm just going to scooch our mushrooms out of the way for a second. And then we're just going to pour in a little bit of broth and use that to scrape up the bottom. And all those brown chicken bits are going to make the soup even more delicious and flavorful. Now that we've cleaned off the bottom of our pan, we'll go ahead and add the remainder of the stock. And then we'll add our seasonings, which is 1 tablespoon of dried parsley, 2 teaspoons of dill, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, and some dashes of pepper. That will give us a stir. Then we can place our chicken back inside, and we can add our carrots and our celery. Make sure they're all submerged. Now the reason I didn't add the celery and carrots with the mushrooms is because I found that the celery and the carrots really don't need to be sauteed to get flavor, but it does make a difference on the mushrooms. You could certainly saute them all together if you'd like before we add in the broth. And then we're just going to put on our lid and let it simmer for 15 minutes until the chicken is cooked through and ready to shred. Well, our soup has been simmering for 15 minutes, so we'll go ahead and take off our lid and we can fish out our chicken. And then we'll just take a fork and start shredding this very juicy and flavorful chicken. And then once it's shredded, I'll come in with my knife and then just kind of cut it down to make sure they're all in bite-sized pieces. And then we'll return the chicken back to our soup. And we'll give that a good stir. And then we can add in our lemon zest. Give that a stir as well. And then I like to cover it with my lid and let it simmer for about 5 more minutes just to make sure all that chicken really soaks up the broth. Now after the soup simmered for additional 5 minutes, I took it off the heat and now we can stir in our Greek yogurt. And it's really important that the soup is no longer simmering because that could cause the yogurt to curdle. So now we'll add in our Greek yogurt and then just gently mix that in until it dissolves. And watch our soup get creamier by the second. Oh, this smells incredible. Now, if you could use more healthy inspiration on a regular basis, I invite you to join my email list. All you have to do is click on the link in the video description below, and that is the best way for us to stay connected. So in less than a minute, all of our Greek yogurt is nice and dissolved into our creamy soup. And we have our rice that is nice and fluffy and flavorful. Now, if you know you're not going to have any leftovers, you could go ahead and just dump the rice right into the soup, or you can just put them into your bowl separately. So I'm going to start with a scoop of rice. And add a nice big scoop of soup. Oh my goodness. And then give those a little stir. Now if you want this to be a little bit brothier, go ahead and just pour in about another half to a cup of chicken stock. But I think this is perfect once you get the rice in there with it. Blowing it so it's not too hot. That is seriously so good. That is just an explosion of flavor, starting with this really light little lemon burst coming from the zest. It's not too sour, but just has that delicious lemon flavor. And I love the texture coming in from the rice. And then the chicken is just really soft and flavorful. And that is seriously such a delicious bite of food. And I love that it's made with clean, natural ingredients. And I would have never guessed that we had a yellow squash hidden in the broth. And I love we were able to get a creamy texture without adding any heavy cream, and we got the extra protein from the Greek yogurt. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I've included a full link to this recipe and it's in the description below, and that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I invite you to join me again in my kitchen.